What is going on, TCG enjoyers? Ciaran here with, honestly, I feel like a long overdue video of me playing Lugia, but I'm actually not playing my list today. This was a really interesting list from Sejun Park. He's actually the 2014 world champion in the video game, but he's also a very well accomplished player in the card game. And fun fact, I actually played Sejun in the 2016 world championships. So his list is not like most Lugia list. It has Larry's skill, it has double Iron Hands, it has Radzard, we have Bundle, Fez, all this stuff going on. So my initial impressions when I saw this list was like, this is a little crazy. Not a huge fan of it. I think my main gripes with it is I don't like just playing 2 research. I'm a huge fan of consistency. And I also don't like not having Bear, but I guess that's compensated for with the Radzard. So I'm going to try it out, play some games, see how I feel, and at the end of the video, I'll give my full thoughts on it and how I would maybe adjust going forward. If you want to learn even more about Lugia and you just want to support me, consider checking out my Ultimate Lugia VSTAR guide. I give you all the tips and tricks that I use to have success with the deck, and it has all my lists. So if you want to support, check that out, or check out my Metafy group. Otherwise, just enjoy the video. Okay, actually, I didn't see if I'm going first or second. So I'm going second, probably open Lugia then so I can read the wind. Oh, Archaludon. Okay, this is going to be a hard game. But we have Radzard. So actually, it's one of the matchups where Radzard could help. So, like, I know Metal Defender gets rid of the weakness, but later in the game, we can play bosses. There's just an Archaludon on the bench and knock it out. Or even Lugia VSTAR if that it's attacking, so. This list also doesn't play Weird Ear, so it's going to be a little trickier to execute my prize map. My opponent's putting down the Fez already. That's definitely something we could look to take advantage of later. So ideally what I want on my first turn is if I can get a Minccino down and then like obviously get another Lugia and get some Archeops in the discard, that'd be nice. So my prize map would probably be something like Minccino and to knock out Fez or knock out Dialga and then knock out whichever one's still alive. Or I can even like hands maybe. Greninja comes down or probably Counter down. Okay, our opponent didn't get a strong start. The problem is my hand's not that good. There's Lugia. I think unfortunately I have to Iono here. Put Lumineon for research. Yeah. Okay, so I could Lumineon for research. And then if I get Minccino, I Minccino. If I don't, next turn I can Aqua Return. So I mean, I don't need any of the cards in my hand. Like the boss is nice. The Gigas I don't need. Hands I play 2. Fez I don't really need. Also just a liability on my board that can't get returned. So I think I'm gonna go actually for the research play. So Larry's skill is there if we need him. And second hands is there. Okay, Minccino's there. That's huge. Star's there. 6, 10, 15, 15 energy. Okay, Luminous and Legacy are there as well. I like this approach because if our opponent doesn't get turn 2 knockout on our Lugia, we'll be in a pretty good spot. So, okay, perfect. Slap, probably the Lightning. Yeah, because if I get Iono'd, I'd rather these go back to the deck. I'm gonna hands this game. What's it called? I can just use my Legacy, and I have Luminous Fizzard. I don't foresee hands coming down soon where I can get value from that, so. Okay, perfect hand here. So if our opponent doesn't attack us next turn, we can just go boss on Dialga, Tempest Dive. If it evolves, we go on the Fez. Even if they do attack us, I can just go boss, knock out one of these 2. Okay. Let's see what our opponent was holding last turn. Okay, so my read was correct. Their hand wasn't that strong. But maybe they were holding some metals for like research or something, or like if they get Greninja, but looks like they don't. They might have to go grab a Lumineon for an Iono. Okay, no, they have Greninja, so maybe they were holding metal. Dialga, sure. Is this research? What is this? Fish. Okay, they should definitely pick Iono because my hand's like a million cards. Not a million cards, but they don't Iono my hands. Oh, they picked research. Okay, my opponent definitely should have Iono'd. My hand was super strong. There's maybe the Lightning coming down. I guess it's harder to amp this for 3, but it's not really that big of a deal. So one thing that our opponent has done is they've kind of bench locked themselves like this. So this Dialga is actually not a threat to me at all. If they want to attack with Archaludon, the energies are going to go on this guy. So then they only have 1 Archaludon to power up the Dialga. So we're fine. So I can just go next turn, boss this, take 2 prizes. And then I can Radzard knock this out if my opponent plays Gust on Lumineon, because my opponent will go to 2. So then I can use Luminous, or I can use Legacy. And then my last 2 can come from Fish, or if I save Legacy, I can hands this. So I've already got my prize map planned. I don't want to count chickens before they hatch, but the prize mapping is looking fantastic for us currently. Okay, so we're gonna push this. We're gonna flip the Aroma. If I flip heads, I'll just take Lugia VSTAR, and then I'll get a Minccino. If I flip tails, I'll just get the Minccino down. Okay, Serena. It sucks, but it actually is not bad if I want to knock out Lumineon later. Okay. So we're gonna grab the V-Star here. And then Ultra Ball, the Chops, and I want to keep Serena. I want to keep all these energies. I don't really need Mezagoza because I have 2 Gusts in my hand. Well, Mezagoza could turn to Fish. Okay, how many energy do I need? I need 4. This isn't getting knocked out. I can afford to get energy. Okay. Take Minccino just to threaten knock out their Archaludon. No. I'm gonna go after the Fez, I think. Just in case they have Thornton, I don't want to make it like way easier for them to draw it. Lugia, I could bench Radzard ahead of time, I think, as well. Because I have the option to get Cinccino. But then I guess I give them time to power this up. So I'd rather this just comes down next turn. Play it safe a little bit. This is Primal Turbos. 1, 2. Onto Lug. And then do I attach... Well, if I want to go for Cinccino next turn, I probably need 1 here. So I'll probably attach it to my Minccino. Then we'll grab Gift. It's legit. I'm going to save the Luminous and the Legacy. This goes on Minccino. It also can act as a pivot if this gets bossed. Boss the Fez. And we're gonna knock this out. And then Serena can also be used to knock out Dialga next turn as well. So if this gets knocked out, we're gonna bring up the Dialga and then we're gonna Radzard it. So that way there's no threat of a Star Chronos. And then we should just have smooth sailing to finish the game here. I'm curious what my opponent will do. They might even go after the Minccino because they might be scared. We'll see. Well, actually, they can just go after Archeops if they're scared of Cinccino because I can't knock them out. Okay, so there's Thornton, like I was saying. So now the Fish is going to come off the board. Oh, but they turned into a Fez, so I can just knock that out later too. Yeah, okay. So that lets us know that we're not going to get Dialga this turn, which is awesome. And we're not getting Ionode, so I can just play Boss next, or Serena next turn and knock out that Dialga with my Radzard. Vessel, sure. I'm trying to count what my last prize is. I mean, obviously I have Fish for Boss in my hand, but if I get Ionode, anyway, I can set anything up. Probably just put a gift on the Radzard and then see what happens if I get Ionode. They do play Counter Catcher. That shouldn't be too big of a deal. They normally play 1. And that's why they should probably pick another Duraludon just so they can threaten the Dialga next turn. So if I get Cinccino, do I knock out Dialga with Cinccino? I guess that leaves myself open to Fez getting Scoop Up Cycloned. But I mean, no, I think I just get Cinccino and then still attack with Radzard, because then Cinccino's threatening Archaludon. Bundle, interesting. They bundle, I'm giving them Lumineon. Actually, I like giving them Lumineon, because then after I take my 2 prizes, the game will be 2-2. The prize will be 2-2, so they can't counter catch Iono. So if they want to play Boss, then they have to like let me keep my hand, which has Lumineon on it. We'll see. And Boss means they're not playing Turo, which means they just have to have Scoop Up Cyclone. They gotta remove an Archaludon. I guess if they're not going to use one this turn, They play 4 stretcher. Okay, just getting another one. So this is almost like maybe just depositing it in the discard pile for later. So they're gonna evolve now. Interesting. Curious where the energies are gonna go. Is it Dialga or not? Okay, so they are gonna start getting Dialga. So I think they're gonna bundle and bench Archaludon, or at least that's what they should do. Turn. Yeah, if they don't bundle this turn, I don't know how they're calling up Dialga next turn. If they play double Thornton, maybe? Or Scramble Switch. Scramble Switch might be their aspect, actually. Oh, they haven't flipped the script yet? They should have done that first, probably. Yeah, because I guess they haven't shown me their aspect yet. And since they played Thornton, Scramble Switch doesn't really do much this turn, because they'd have to just punch and then knock us out. And then I would slap Legacy on Lumineon and Luminous on Charizard, and that would probably be a good game. Yeah, okay, well. I think I just knocked this out. Just because I know they might be playing Scramble Switch. I guess I could Chinchi now. And just because they've already played 1 Thornton. Do they play 2 Thornton? Is it worth the risk? Finding out. And like, maybe. So knock out Chinchino, Thornton. I mean, they could win with like Gust. I'm just gonna play it safe. There's no reason to play greedy here. So I will commit the Legacy to the Charizard. I'm fine with that. Like this. The way I'm going to do it is we're going to go with the double turbo on the Charizard, and then we're going to put a gift on the Chinchino. So if my opponent plays Iono, then they have to knock out Chinchino, and Chinchino's going to get a gift. Luminous now, because we have Legacy here. So then if they knock out one of our Chops, this can still attack. Slap here to retreat, just to save energy so I can knock out the Fez. Retreat to Radzard. Serena. Switch, Dialga, and Combustion Blast. So this should be a good game because the Chinchino basically just like commands so much respect. So if they play Boss this turn or Counter Catcher, I guess Boss specifically, I have Lumineon for Boss. Just knock out this, or I'll knock out this other guy because Metal Defender doesn't protect the benched Archaludon. If they play Iono and they knock out this, they obviously just lose because Chinchino knocks out Archaludon. They play Counter Catcher and Iono, I'd have to get really unlucky and not draw Ultra Ball, not draw Capture Moment with Tails, not draw just Boss naturally. So I think I still have 2, so. In a pretty good spot. This is almost checkmate. I probably could have knocked out the Archaludon with Chinchino, but didn't want to mess around just in case. I don't know what cards my opponent's playing. So yeah, whenever I play Pokemon, if I'm not 100% sure like what they play, even if it's like likely like 90% they don't play second Thornton, if I can play around it, I just play around it. There's no reason not to play around it, right? So, yeah. Double metals, nice. So Charizard definitely putting in some work in this matchup so far. Love to see. Okay, there's Boss. If they play Boss, it doesn't mean anything. So they have to Boss Chinchino, otherwise Chinchino wins the game. Let's see. Sealed, yep. Ultra Ball, sure. Okay. Maybe they play 2 Thornton if they're grabbing Dialga again. But even then, they have no. I guess they could power it up theoretically if they did Thornton, Scramble Switch, Dialga, Archaludon, Counter Catcher Lugia, Boss, Lumineon. It is possible I could lose, I guess. But if they have that, good for them. And I guess against these decks, they almost have to knock out Radzard, because if they don't, it's just going to keep attacking. Like, you can kind of force them to take 0. Okay, there's the Iono, like we said. But Iono really doesn't do anything if you don't combine it with Counter Catcher, because we have Cinccino ready to go. Okay. I even have Ultra Ball for boss, or for Lumineon for boss. So yeah, so now this is game's over no matter what. Even if they Counter Catcher Cinccino. It is over. Archaludon, sure. But if they don't Counter Catcher, they're just delaying the inevitable. Everblore, Big Fish. Charizard, sure. Yeah. And we just push Cinccino, and then we can special roll for game. Yeah. So the Zard definitely put in work this game. So give it some props for that. 330, not good for game. Yeah, good thing we didn't have basic in that one. Oof. I mean, my hand still sucks. Alright, top deck Ultra Ball, Louis Jacques. Dragapult. Oh, I thought I was going second. Alright, I need tails, please. Okay. Log. Low key. I could attach here and then Cruel Arrow next turn. And then it also acts as a pivot. And then I have Jet for Lugia if I need to Jet. So I'm gonna put this here. I actually think it's pretty decent because I could Jacques next turn, then go for Lumi Research, and then take a prize, which seems okay. And then I'm also threatening whatever Droopy gets the energy. I can snipe that. I don't know. Seems okay. Could be worse. If I get Badooed. If I don't get Badooed, maybe I'll play Iono and I'll try and get like Ultra Ball that way. But otherwise, I don't know. I worry if I Jacques is I'm gonna get Iono'd. But I mean, if I get Iono'd, like, my opponent can't really Badoo. I mean, they can, but if I have my Fed set up, they're just gonna give me prizes. And you know what? Honestly, my opponent put your Cloak in their hand. They probably have another one. Because, like, if I Iono now, while I'm under Badoo lock, I don't know how I'm gonna draw out of this. I mean, do I care if my opponent gets such a Cloak? Like, not really. Against 5 cards. And I'm sniping this. Like, if they go Rare Candy, they need Rare Candy Crystal, which means they play Arvin, which means I can just play this for Research, which means I can just get my Gigas, assuming it's in the deck. Okay, Gigas in the deck. There's my other Lumineon in the deck. Okay, that's a big prize. That prize Lumineon bundles there. 2, 6, 8, 9, 11, 12, 10, plus 15. Attach the Jet. I don't really want to research into my Legacy next turn, but not the end of the world. I don't really need to amp this game if I'm going to go this way. Aroma. Sure. And if they are playing the Dusknoir version, if you take like one prize and they like pop Dusknoir, it puts you back to even. But I'm guessing they're playing the like the bear version. So the double turbo is a little annoying. I can't one-shot the Drake Cloak. They'll probably have to one-shot the GP next turn if I want to take a prize. The nuts would be just top-decking Iron Hands, but might not be possible. I could also Aqua Return next turn. I don't hate that. Shove Lugia in the active. They're gonna attach here, and then I can't snipe it with Fez. There's no point. I'd rather just get my Lumineon off the board. Okay, so they're not playing the Dustman version. They're playing the Vest. I actually do not have a way to one-shot Defiance Vest. Okay, here comes Lug. Okay, so then I can't. Well, I still can Aqua Return. I just have to put here. I don't play Weird Ear, so this energy's kind of just stuck here. If that's not a good draw. I mean, I probably didn't do much. Losing a counter catcher is actually pretty big for them. Research. My only issue here is like, like if my opponent next turn goes like counter catcher, knock out Archeops, and Gigas. I mean, like Gigas doesn't do anything next turn anyways because they put Defiance Vest. So I don't really care. I'm gonna go down to 4. I can 2-shot the guy. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, Minchino is actually a really good draw. But do I put energy on Minchino this turn? Okay, so I'm gonna go Turbo, 2 on this. Sure. I need to retreat Lug, so that's probably gonna double Turbo, so then... Yeah, I can't bench Minchino and put a Mist. I'm just gonna get Alakazammed, so... Do I go 2 double Turbos to Lug or no? Probably not. It gets a Mist though. Protect it from getting Phantom Dived and then like with damage later. So I'm gonna save this for next turn. And I have Larry's skill, so I can maybe next turn get stuff going. Just push up Lugia, I think. I mean, I can get hands if they have a little one-prize guy, but I assume Dragapult's going to be carrying me down this turn. I have boss as well, so I could just go boss and then hands next turn, which I kind of like. It's a little bit weak to Temple Iono. Not bad though. I kept the double turbo in my deck, so I could also bench a Minchino with like Mist and something else, and then threaten the Defiance Vest. The 6 energy Chino knocks it out. But we'll see what my opponent does this turn. I assume they're going to try and get Iono. In which case, we'll just go for the 2-shot angle. And Monkey, sure. Wait, so if I do 200, Vest 160, Monkey, heal, I actually can't 2-shot with Lugia. I have to put 4 normal energies. Kind of annoying. And here comes Pult. My last card, Iono. Minion, maybe? Yeah, okay, Iono. What do I do this turn? Okay. I was gonna say, do I snipe with Fez? But I guess I can't. I can knock out their Fez if I get Lumineon. Well, I mean, I saved Lumi with my Aqua Return. I think I still prize the other one. So I do have to give up the option to get the other Lumi. Ooh. I don't know if my opponent needed to do that. Because, like, that's their second counter catcher, so now I know I don't have to worry about like, Iono plus Gust. Going forward, I can still knock out Fez. What's my prize map? It's just knock out Fez and hands? Maybe? Also, they just triggered my Fez for me. Yeah. Okay, if I draw a boss, I'll probably hand still here, I think. Sure. Ooh, I could bundle, actually. Bundle's really good, actually, yeah. Because then I can hands... no, I can't hands this, actually, never mind. Bundle does nothing. So I could Gigas. Well, I can't actually Gigas, because I drew my double turbo, and this deck only plays 3. That's one thing that needs to be... You need to play 4 double turbo, I don't like playing 3. I think I just go, like... knock this out. Probably. Yeah, I guess. I'll save the Mist for later. And And I have Legacy still, so I feel fine putting Luminous. Jet could be... Do I need Jet for anything? Maybe? Do I need Luminous? I mean, if I'm using Legacy, that means I'm probably using Hands, right? I'm getting more used to using Charizard. I don't really think I need to, because like if... Yeah, if something gets knocked out, I can just push Fez and then retreat with that. I'm not going to bench this. Don't really need to. Ball. Think like this. But my opponent can always push up Monkey if I ever bundle. So because yeah, I don't have 2 chops, so I can't do 120 with hands. Let's just get the boss, take 2. I have a 50-50 of hitting Lumi off the prize. I also have a boss prized, I think. So like, yeah. Very high odds. Yeah, we're like 80% to hit a Gust here. I assume my opponent's gonna Iono again. But if they don't just naturally have Iono because they played one last turn, they have to fish, and that just gives even more win cons to me. Yeah, there's boss. I would have preferred to hit the fish, but boss is fine. Okay, so my opponent knocks out... The problem is for my opponents, like if they knock out my Archeops, the Lugia has a miss. So they would need to Temple this turn to threaten knockout. But it would be a little bit annoying if I get my Lugia knocked out this turn. Or my Archeops knocked out. But then I punch with Lugia, I do 180. Monkey can heal them 150. Yeah, I can still 2-shot them though. And they have no way to knock out my Lugia if they don't. Well, oh no, they could knock out Lugia actually. No, they can go Monkey Dory plus Bloodman. That's actually perfect math. Here comes Pult. Do they not have Iono? Yeah, this matchup does seem harder actually than the Dusknoir version. Like Dusknoir I don't really care that much about when I'm playing Lugia, but this Defiance Vest is actually very annoying. There's Alakazam. Yeah, they're gonna do this. They're 1 off knocking my Archeops. Spread it to fish. Okay, so they're gonna try and knock out fish over 2 turns maybe. They don't play boss or Iono, we just win. I guess they could Temple. If they Temple now, I'm just gonna Tempest Dive it away. Then I get to keep my chops. Turo. Okay. No, okay, I was gonna say, could they have Turo and knocked out my chops? No, I don't think, because... Wait, how much was my chops? 60? Yeah, no, they couldn't have. Okay. Well, that definitely didn't seem correct. I didn't know my opponent's hand, so well, we just have hands now. Ultra Ball. Getting rid of the Gigas. Primal Turbo, get the Legacy. Missed. A double from our hand. Boss the Dracloak. That will be game. Yeah, I think it could have been close if our opponent saved one of the counter catchers, I think. Like if they went counter catcher on that turn and I owned me, the game gets very interesting, I think, because my list doesn't play Blood Moon. Or I guess Sage's list doesn't play Blood Moon, so I would have had to get like Razard or something. We still would have been in a winning position, but it definitely would have been a lot more difficult to win. Alright, I'm going first. I assume my queued up Gardevoir. This hand wouldn't have been the best. Okay, this hand's playable. Depends if we flip heads or tails on. Actually, if we flip either on Aroma, it's fine. Probably for a heads, just so I can research next turn. Losing Chinchino is not ideal. Okay, that makes this turn a lot easier. Okay, tails. I'm probably just gonna grab the Chinch since I don't want to waste my guy. Okay, lightning's there. There's definitely consideration for grabbing Iron Hands as well for next turn. Okay, I could Ultra Ball right now in case I get Ionoed. I am gonna do that. And then I'll just throw the second Archeops in my hand for next turn. And then pass. The reason I want to establish the Chinchino is it's really good at knocking out Gardevoir. So if Mike goes like punch Gardevoir, like if I go Iron Hands and he goes like attack my Gardevoir plus a monkey to put it at 220. If I have Chinchino set up, I can just knock out the Gardevoir because this list doesn't play. What's it called? Why am I blanking on what it's called? Drapion. Okay, so there's the Iono. So that's why I preemptively played the Ultra Ball. I definitely could have considered going Squawk last turn, because yeah, now my hand's just not good. I could have Squawked to guarantee double chops in the discard. No, so there shouldn't be a Wellspring in this. I must have forgot to switch a card properly when I was making this list mistake, and I'll fix it next game. Yeah, so now this turn, just looking at this hand, this is probably like a read the wind angle, which is not ideal. So yeah, Mike just like naturally had Iono Evo. I was kind of counting on him playing Arven because if they play Iono, they normally don't Evo, so now I would have some time. But now I am in a little bit of danger. And then he put the Spiritomb down, so Larry's skill is not going to help as much. Alright, so here I think I just unfortunately have to get a second Lugia, just because I think I am at threat of getting knocked out. Mike literally next turn just needs Gardevoir, and I don't think he has any Psychics in there. He needs 3 Psychics. And we're just gonna read the wind. I could play a second Nest Ball, I'm gonna hold it. So we're gonna have to get a little creative here. Okay, well that's not gonna help. I was gonna say use like Chinchino as an attacker on a Gardevoir and then hope Mike knocks that out to kind of like throw his prize trade off onto the odds. And I can maintain an even one using like Iron Hands and Chinchino together. Okay, so he already has Psychic, that's not great for us. Mike has one more Psychic to Refinement that he's going to be in business here. So we have 7 cards, so I'm hoping he plays Iono again. But if I had to guess, he's most likely going to Arven for Ultra Ball. Okay, there's the Vessel. He definitely hit that off of his Refinements. Yeah, so you can just attach one. Really, or you just can Ultra Ball double. Okay. Yeah, this hand's super strong. Yeah, the Spiritomb is really annoying for us too. So I feel like part of the appeal of Larry's skills that we can Lumini on for it. When you play it, like the main deck is good against this Gardevoir, which plays Spiritomb, which is gonna block us. So. Okay, here's another Curlia, so that tells me he has Gardevoir in his hand. So I don't think we're getting Ionoed because Mike would just evolve and play Iono and then save his Refinement for after. Yeah, this is like perfect Gardevoir setup. Tail, okay. Oh, he's gonna play Iono. Okay. I feel like it's a little greedy from him. I think he should just Ultra Ball Gardevoir. But we shall see. Okay, well there's the VSTAR. If we can top deck Chinchino and then we can go like Boss Guardy Chinchino, I actually think we can win the game, like with a really good prize map. I'd say I'm favored actually if that happens, because Chinchino kind of just like commands so much respect. But, like if you don't knock it out, it's just gonna run havoc. And then like he has to knock it out, and then that means his prizes will be odd. So he's gonna need more attacks than I am to win the game. So when I say odd, so he's gonna take 2 on my Lugia, he'll be at 4. Then I knock out Gardevoir, so it's 4/4. He has to knock out Chinchino, so he has to go to 3. And then if I can go like hands to win, I would win. But it looks like he actually just like whiffed completely. Okay. And I have Boss, but I think we want to go for Iron Hands. So I know sometimes you say, oh, don't touch double turbo in case you draw in the legacy, but in this case, the Monkey Dory has 110, so I need to, like, I can't draw legacy and attach. So I'm just gonna slap this on here so we can draw the hands. Losing 2 boss is really, really bad because Spiritom's in play, so we're gonna have a little bit of trouble in the later stages of the game. I could play boss right now, but I think my problem then becomes... Actually, is there a problem? I was gonna say the problem becomes, I'm gonna get Scream-tailed on my chops, but then he's at 5, I'm at 5, I go hands. And preemptively set up Chino, actually. Don't want the Curlias. So what, if I go hands right now, he's gonna go stamp, punch. So I guess the problem is if I play boss and I get stamped, my board's not very strong because I don't have Chinchino. So I think I just really want to draw Chinchino this turn. I'm gonna play this. Okay. So I have Chinchino and hands, no matter what I flip on this. Let's get the Chinchino. And then, actually, we probably have one of our other hands. Oh, I also have, no, Water Pond doesn't do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. So this is really good. So now what this protects us from is if he goes like Unfair Stamp, punch our Iron Hands this turn, I can knock him out with Chinchino if I draw an energy. I don't really need Serena because his deck doesn't play these. Another card I'm not sold on that Sejun put in his list, but I'll try it out. Like, I get the vision. The vision is that you're playing like a more Iron Hands focused deck, so like you want to have more gust in it. But Iron Hands can't really gust like the V's. It's more so I guess so Lugia. So like you play against the evolution decks. So I guess like Lugia goes after like the Rotoms and the Luminions. Well, I guess Iron Hands can go after Luminion as well, I guess. And then Hands takes out the little guys. Then we're effectively playing like 5 gust. Missed. Might need Luminous later. I only wanna have a gift in my hand. Alright. Oh, Jet's a really good draw off of an Unfair Stamp. Let's go gift. I have another one in my hand. Because, like, honestly, the way he's gonna take knockouts is he's gonna, like, do Monkey Dory on me. The only Pokemon that needs a gift to be triggered is a Chinchino, and I saved the one for that. Anything else is gonna die from Monkey Dory, so I don't really care. Okay. So now, the nice thing with Iron Hands is it completely insulates us from Screamtail. Because, well, he can Screamtail if he wants, but then we just amp again. He's gonna promote it, okay. If I was him, I'd probably promote Curlia to start getting damage on Curlia, so that we could get 40, retreat to a Gardevoir, get damage, so Monkey Dory can start storing damage. Yeah, his best play is, I don't know. I was gonna say it's Guardy and then punch, but I think his best play is to counter catcher at chops and then knock it out with Gardevoir. Because that way Chinchino can't one-shot him, and then I'm already down 2 of my boss, and he has Spiritomb in play. So I'd have to just like sack a boss, like naturally, off the stamp. Because I think punching hands is just like, I'm gonna just Chinchino him, and then he's gonna be in some trouble. Okay, here comes Monkey. I assume he has another dark. Oh, he let his message go last turn saying he was greedy. Oh, he's gonna make a Lugia, interesting. Okay, so maybe what he's gonna do is he's gonna snipe at chops and then well, and then I just retreat though. Okay. So yeah, this hand's not very good. Oh well, yeah, one other thing with Sejun's list that I do actually like is the bundle, because the idea is when you get another Unfair Stamp, you can like bundle with hands, but in this scenario it's not really gonna help me. Because Guardy's just gonna come in the active. So. I actually can't, if he goes for a Guardy attack, I don't think I can knock him out actually. I'm curious what he's gonna go for. Okay. He's gonna snipe at chops. I don't think this works. So I'm just gonna hands. And then I'm gonna... Well, I don't... Can I get Chinchino ready? Yeah, I can get Chinchino ready. So my idea is gonna be, we're gonna Primal Turbo, Double Turbo here to retreat. I'm gonna attach for turn to Chinchino. And then that way, if he chases, if Chop survives and he puts 30 on a Gardevoir, I can knock it out. Okay. Well, I guess next turn he can also Guardian, like try and knock this out. Jet Energy would be a good top deck. Because then I can my Primal Turbo here. Okay, Bundle could be... Bundle's actually pretty good for next turn. It forces him to evolve another Curlia. Because then if he knocks out Chops, I can just go Bundle. Push. So I'm gonna leave Artisan and play this turn because of Bundle specifically. I don't know if Mike knows I play this. So then if he attacks me with Gardevoir next turn, we just Artisan for Bundle. And then hands. And if he knocks out my hands, Chinchino's gonna win us the game. So... Okay, so Double Turbo... I'm gonna save the rest of the energies. I think. I'm gonna save both. Do I ever need the Radzard this game? Can I use the Luminous? Because if I put 2 Double Turbos here, he brings this guy. Well, then I can attach to retreat actually. And then how many energy left in my deck? There's 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, so we're just gonna do 2 Double Turbos. And do I attach Lightning or do I attach Luminous? So if I get rid of Luminous, I can't do Radzard this game, which I don't think is... Well, if my Chops goes down next turn, I really don't think he's going to play around the bundle. So I think I'm probably going to commit this. Well, do I need second Lightning? Okay, so if Iron Hands goes down, that means he attacked me with... actually, wait, I burned all my Double Turbos anyway, so I can't even use Iron Hands, because I forgot this list plays 3. So the Lightning's gonna be on Chinchino. Not gonna bench this, gonna keep that a secret. And then yeah, I think we're good next turn. So if he goes for Gardevoir knockout Chops, then we just Artisan for Bundle, we win. Assuming he hasn't evolved the Gardevoir. He knocks out Hands with Gardevoir. That means he has to... Well, if he gets... Actually, no, if he gets Double Monkey, then I can't knock him out with Chinchino. But I can make a 4 or 3 energy Chinchino with a gift, and then he has to knock it out, or else he's gonna lose. And then... Anything else, I think we just win. I think he's gonna grab a monkey here. And I assume he plays 3 darks. Okay, fail, interesting. Oh, I guess he has a monkey in the discard from earlier. Rod, okay. Well, hopefully he has an S-Ball if he realized he didn't have another monkey. Okay. Okay, he has Ultra Ball, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, those are fine cards to get rid of. If he's gonna Refinement, he should have probably done that before Super... Or no, you put a Dark back, so you want to do Super Rod first. If he has Iono, maybe he'll play it now, and then he'll do his Refinements. No? Okay, I guess he doesn't have Iono. But I assume he's just looking for Dark Energy. If he has Dark Energy and he countercatchers my Chops, that's a pretty solid play. Obviously it's not going to work because we have the bundle, assuming he doesn't evolve, but... That's probably what I would do in his spot. Because this Chinchino's a threat. But I guess Chinchino's actually not a threat to knock him out now because he has Double Monkey. Oh. Yeah, I'm curious how he's gonna go about this. Okay, so 30 on the active. And we'll see if he's gonna knock it out this turn, it's gonna go in here again. Otherwise he has to go around. Thinking. In my hand, 6 cards. No. Okay, so he's gonna knock out my active. Actually, I don't mind this play. I think this play's fine. Oh, he has Stamp. Okay, okay. Well, Stamp doesn't do anything because like I have Gift, but and the most I can do is 280, so I can't knock this guy out. This play is gonna work. If I draw a boss, I'm gonna play it just because I have what's his name left? Iron Bundle left. Okay, but this Chinchino that I'm about to make is about to be a massive threat. Okay, no boss. Okay, I want this guy. Boss. Okay, I just summoned it. Okay, so I think I'm gonna boss his... How much recovery has he played? He hasn't played Night Stretch yet, so if I give it a Spirit 2, he's just gonna bring it back. Okay, so I have a couple options. I can boss Hurlia, which I think is the best because then if he wants to avoid the Iron Bundle loss, he has to, what's it called? Evolve this, then he loses access to his draw. Then he'd have to knock out a Chinchino next turn. So he'd be at 3, so we'd get 2 attacks in. Gift for sure that we saved from earlier. Good jet. 1, 2, I have 3 energy there. And then I think slap 1 more energy here. Because now I can, 1 more attachment, I can knock out a fresh Gardevoir if he knocks out this. And then I think I just boss one of the Curlias. I can boss a Monkey as well. I think targeting his draw makes more sense. And then, yeah, if he doesn't evolve next turn, we just Artisan for Iron Bundle, and we're gonna win. Oh wait, I just realized Lightning Energy doesn't count for special roll. I guess I've never played Chinchino and Lightning. That's funny. At first I thought that was like a live bug, but no, special roll, special energies, as the attack is called. Oops. Nice. Okay. Well, now he can knock out Archaeops if he wants. I can't knock him out Chinchino, but okay, he's gonna go for Lug. Or he's gonna Scream Tail. Okay, he's gonna Scream Tail, knock out my my Archaeops maybe. I don't hate that play either. Well, you have to have an enemy to 1 if you're gonna go for that play. This also doesn't play Bloodman. Can he grab? Can he grab Ralts? Interesting. Okay, no, he's going for Scream Tail. Okay, okay. If I was him, I'd go Iono to 1. Snipe chops. Yeah. That. I don't have double turbo left. So how could I have played better? I should have put the lightning on this Lugia. I realized that lightning doesn't work with Chinchino. Ooh, also if he's gonna go for Snipe Archaeops, he should put 1 more energy on like Gardevoir or something, and then he can do next turn he can knock out Chinchino with double Monkey. Or he doesn't have to, he can go 30 from this, 20 from this, and then next turn double Monkey. So one issue he might have is getting enough, or no, he has enough energy, he has all of them. I was gonna say, because he had 3 on the Gardevoir, so no, he has all his energy. Okay, he definitely needs to Iono. I don't have an energy, but he has to assume I have 1 in my hand. My hand is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. But I only have Iona to draw 1, and we don't have that many energy left. We only have 3. Actually, next turn is even. Well, I guess he could go. Like, he'd take damage off the Scream Tail. Wow, it's actually crazy we don't have energy. So I guess maybe I should have held on to my jet. By me, lightning. Alright, top deck, energy. No. Well, I probably just thin my deck. So this is Spiritomb gonna put in work for him right now. Multiple chomps. Right? Or actually no, because if I draw Capturing Aroma, if I flip heads, I want to have something I can grab out. Larry's skill only goes basic. Okay, how many energy? 3. My deck is 16 cards, 3 out of 16. Nice, a roughly 20% chance. Artisan. Now we get to exactly 20%. And then Slam as it goes as well. Keep thinning. Yeah. We do not need this guy. Alright, and then we're gonna... I could run bench Charizard. Because if Chinchino gets knocked out, how am I... Well, I can't even attack if Chinchino gets knocked out. So I would need to go attach, retreat. And if I draw Luminous this turn, I win anyways. Alright, let's see. I don't know. One time. Nope. Huh? If I bundle, he's just gonna put up Gardevoir. Nice. I have to pass. Well, I definitely punted this one. Yeah, this guy didn't do anything. Yeah, I think the problem I have with Larry's skill is if you play against a Gardevoir deck that plays Spiritomb, like, doesn't do anything. Okay, all Mike has to do is just snipe a Chinchino, and I'm gonna lose. Well, not necessarily, I guess, because I could still get Radzar over 2 turns, because he actually doesn't have a way to one-shot a Lugia VSTAR. Actually, no, that's not true. So he needs to go... if I was him, I would go retreat, double monkey, knock this out, and then just hit me with Gardevoir. Then that should be game over. Yeah, so if I played Blood Moon, I would also just be in a better spot, but... Bro, nice, so you can even get the energies in the discard. You should push Kirlia. Okay. You should push Kirlia, because then you can put more Psychic Embrace Retreat and put more damage, and then you can have more for Monkey next turn. Not that I think it's gonna matter. Let's see. I don't think there's anything I can do from Larry's skill. Fails. That's ball. Sure. We'll play Larry's skill for the meme. Yeah, so Spiritomb was definitely his MVP this game. Oh, no, not that button. No, I didn't mean to block emotes. Alright, that's a good game. Okay, so something as small as attaching lightning to the wrong guy and then not holding my jet energy ended up costing me. So this game I definitely could have won, but that was good by Mike to recognize his one win condition, and he executed and it worked to perfection there at the end. So. Alright, so I played about maybe 20 games with the build, so I feel like pretty qualified to give my opinion now. Some things I like, some things I don't like, and how I'd maybe change it if you want to keep this type of style of Lugia deck. So I'll start with the things I like. I actually really did like the Charizard. Every time I went up against Golden or Archaludon, it really pulled its weight. It did feel a little tricky to use in other matchups. Like, I really did feel the absence of the Blood Moon. It definitely felt like I was a little short for energies some games, because Rads are just not as flexible. If I've already committed my legacy to use hands earlier in the game, or I need to use it on a 2-prizer, I kind of have to wait until my opponent gets down to 2. And in the non-metal matchups, I don't really want to bench it early because it just takes up a bench slot. So I would definitely want to put Blood Moon back in the deck. The 2 hands, I like 2 hands, but I really did not like Larry's skill. I don't think the card's very good. The big problem I have with it is you have to Luminion for Larry's skill. The main matchup you want to do that is Gardevoir. Half of them play Spiritombs, and they can't even do it. And whenever I naturally draw Larry's skill, I'm like, I feel like I'd rather this just be my second lightning energy, so I can play more energy. You can maybe cheat and cut one more of the special energies. I don't know how I'd feel about that. But just Larry's skill just didn't feel that good. You're also telegraphing to your opponent like what your hand is, because it's literally just whatever supporter you picked. So it was fun to do it, but I think I literally meaningfully did it like in one of my games, and even then it didn't matter. I was gonna win anyways. 2 research, I don't vibe with that. I'd probably cut the Serena and play 3rd research. I thought about it a little bit more, and one of the matchups that Radzar is really good in is against Archaludon, and they do play Dialga V, so Serena is actually decent in that. But I just think setting up Lugia is like one of the most important things, so I'd probably go 3rd research over Serena. And I'd probably cut the Fez for the 4th research. Fez is cool, it's just so hard to use in Lugia. Because by the time you get to the late game, you probably would rather just have Fish for boss. And then in the early game, you just don't have bench space for it. And it's also just a liability that I don't want to put on my bench, because I'm already going to have stuff like Squawk and Fish on the bench. So I didn't really get much, if any, use out of Fez, or like meaningful use. So those are 2 cuts. I'd get to 4 research. Consistency is king is kind of like how I like to view things. The bundle I did like. If you're going to play double hands, I think bundle is good. I guess the kind of idea is like if they have something big in the active, you Chinchino. They have little guys, you can just bundle and then hands again. I think particularly in the Gardevoir matchup, bundle is actually pretty decent. So I'd probably cut Larry's skill, add 2nd lightning, then play something like this if you want to kind of stick with the same style. I would love to have Blood Moon get in here as well. Just because I was finding it a little tough to close out games, but I guess since I added this 2nd lightning, like I could maybe cut a Jet and add Blood Moon, but that doesn't feel very good because you still have like bad starters with the Gigas, the Charizard, the hands, especially under Bidulok. Actually, you want Jet. So, oh, I also wanted 4th double turbo. It felt like really bad a lot of the games where it's like I use double turbo so much to retreat, or if I use Gigas against a matchup that's not like Dragapult, like Terrapagos, you just want the extra double turbos. So I'd probably have to move away from like the hands and the lightnings to fit those in. But if you want to keep the spirit of the deck, I think you have to kind of do something like this. So I basically just cut some of the text and made it more consistent, which is how I like to play Pokemon. But overall, had a lot of fun playing this build. And I think the one thing is it actually inspired me to carry Radzard to some of my personal lists. So I've been trying out Radzard in my style of Lugia. So I don't know, maybe you'll see me rocking Radzard soon. But hope you enjoyed the deck. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. And how you're rocking Lugia currently. Yeah, this feels like almost an unlosable spot. Like I'd have to get so unlucky off of Iono. Okay, there's Gigas. Yeah, this matchup feels like almost unlosable if I set up. I forgot about that. Definitely should have been thinking about Briar.